And edited 3 videos all in one weekend. Hey! Hey everyone, it's your girl Regina coming at you guys with another video. It's the first of the month, so that means the TBR video. I was gonna do this video where Nico picks my books, but maybe next month. And also, he's not here. My brother just took him for a walk. And, yeah, cool. So, this month's theme, romance, Black Lives Matter by doing black authors, queer authors. As always, I'm doing a reread. Some books, one book is a library book from Simply E app. Hashtag sponsor me. Some books are physical, some books are audiobooks, and, yeah. Alright, let's get to it, shall we? In absolutely no particular order. First up, we have Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I've heard a lot about this series, and I figured, you know what? We're gonna do it. We're finally going to read this. I've had this book for a while now, and, yeah, cool. So, here's the synopsis. Mayor Barrow's world is divided by blood, those with red and those with silver. Mayor and her family are lowly reds, destined to serve the silver elite, whose supernatural abilities make them nearly gods. Mayor steals what she can to help her family survive, but a twist of fate leads her to the royal palace itself, where in front of the king and all of his nobles, she discovers an ability she didn't know she had, except her blood is red. To hide this impossibility, the king forces her into the role of a lost silver princess, and betroths her to one of his own sons. As Mare is drawn further into the silver world, her actions put into motion a deadly and violent dance, pitting prince against prince and Mare against her own heart. From debut author Victoria Aveyard comes a lush, vivid fantasy series where loyalty and desire can tear you apart and the only certainty is betrayal. Fascinating. So, Glass Sword is the sequel. So, if there's one thing Mayor Barrow knows, it's that she's different. Mayor Barrow's blood is red, and the color common flow, but her silver ability, the power to control lightning, has turned her into a weapon that the royal court tries to control. The crown calls her an impossibility, a fake, but as she makes her escape from Maven, the prince, the friend who betrayed her, Mare uncovers something startling. She's not the only one of her kind. That's all I'm gonna read, because I don't want to spoil myself, even though I kinda did. Yikes. I hate when the summaries do that. Like, why? Why would you do that? Can't you just say, following the events of the last book, this is what to expect in this book? Anywho's, next up, we have The Stationery Shop, a novel by Marjan Kamali, and this is an Iranian author, I believe. Yes, born in Turkey to Iranian parents, spent her childhood in Kenya, Germany, Turkey, and Iran, the United States. Cool beats. So, and I have read one or two Iranian authors before, and I do like their writing style. And, yeah, cool beats. This one is, and also it's deco edges. Oops, sorry. Roya, a dreamy, idealistic teenager living amid the political upheaval of 1953, Tehran, finds a literary oasis in kindly Mr. Fuckety's neighborhood stationery shop, stocked with books and pens and bottles of jeweled-colored ink. Then Mr. Fuckney, with a keen instinct for a budding romance, introduces her to his other favorite customer, handsome Maman, who has a burning passion for justice and a love for Rumi's poetry. What my Indian accent just came out. And Roya loses her heart at once. Their relationship blooms, and the little stationery shop remains their favorite place in all of Tehran. A few short months later, on the eve of their marriage, Roya agrees to meet Maman at the town square, but suddenly violence erupts. A result of the coup that forever changes their country's future. In the chaos, Maman never shows. For weeks, Roya tries desperately to contact him, but her efforts are fruitless. Reluctantly, she moves on. To college in California, to another man, to a life in New England, until a chance encounter, nearly 60 years later, gives her the opportunity to ask him the questions that have haunted her for more than half a century. Why did you leave? Where did you go? How is it that you were able to forget me? Beautiful and poignant, the stationery shop will have you in its grips from the first page, and a story of love, loss, and remembrance will never let you go. It ties in deeply with the political upheaval, obviously, and I'm excited. And it's also kind of a romance book, historical fiction too. Next up, we have The Passion of Dulce. I was going to read this last month, or, January. You guys are seeing this on February 1st. So, yeah. Yeah. And I just never got a chance to read this. Dulce is a gentle woman with uncanny gifts, on the run from an obsessed friar, determined to burn her as a heretic for the passion she refuses to tame. Botiu is a wily and charismatic peasant, a matchmaker running a tavern with her two sisters in a tiny seaside town. The year is 1241. The place, Provenza, which we now call Provence, France, a land still reeling from the bloody crusades waged there by the Catholic Church and its northern French armies. When the matchmaker finds the mystic near death by a riverside, Botiu takes Dulce in and discovers the girl's extraordinary healing power. But as the vengeful friar Lucien hunts down his heretic, the two girls find themselves putting the entire village at the mercy of murderers. So, yeah, this book is also by Julie Berry, who wrote The Lovely War, which was fantastic. I do have a review of that somewhere on this channel. Also, I love how this hardcover was actually $18.50, but I got the book for $9.50. So, tips that off at the Strand. Next up is a reread, Red, White, and Royal Blue. I loved it so much that I want to read this again. And I want to read this near Valentine's Day because it's that good. And also because I just read it last week. No, 2 weeks ago, so a little bit of time to, yes, love it. It's super good love story. Two boys. One is the son of the first female president, and the other is the Prince of Wales, Henry. And it is stinking gorgeous, sexy, and I love it. Next up we have a library book, which I don't have the copy of. I borrowed it from Simply E, and that book is What If by Rebecca Donovan, and... Oh, hello.
There is a reminder for Suck Money.
Thanks! Let's see. Oh, okay. Here is the summary. What if you had a second chance to meet someone for the first time? Cal Logan is shocked to see Nicole Bentley sitting across from him at a coffee shop thousands of miles from their hometown. After all, no one has heard or seen from her since they graduated over a year ago. I got, someone sent me the summary off of Google. I'm a part of 2 book clubs. One is Beacon Book Box Book Club, and the other one is Mystic Readers Club, which is on Facebook Messenger. A couple of my friends were like, "Hey, I want to be in a book club. Hey, why don't we just create our own?" You know? So, yeah. Next up, we have Flame Cupid by S.C. Albin. This is the Beacon Book Box February book, and no, wait. Yes, this is a February book. I have yet to get my January book. Oh, okay. You know what? Shipping is a whole mess at Beacon Book Box. Not their fault, but COVID and the USPS, they're doing everything that they can. And the summary for that one is the following. Let's keep it. Let's see. Open. For the past 5 years, 17-year-old Megan Cooper has built a wall around her heart with little room to experience true feelings. However, her entire world shifts the moment she hits Cupid with her car, driving home from finals. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Finals are either in December or May, June. 17-year-old, huh? Okay. That makes no sense, but okay. With her shooting arm significantly injured, she has no choice but to take his place. Now as Megan races to find Cupid's final 3 love matches in order to meet his quota by the start of the new year. Ah, okay, so this is December. She comes face to face with the very emotions she's been pushing away for oh so long. Caught between what her head is saying and what her heart longs for, Megan must face old wounds, find forgiveness, and track down the perfect match for the one boy she can't stand. This YA debut is a touching and heartwarming shot through the heart for teen and adult readers alike. You know what this reminds me of? Charmed. When Phoebe and Coop, the Cupid, were stuck together, and he was trying to help her find a match, and she ends up falling for him, which is so freaking adorable. And I like that storyline on Charmed too. And also, the original Charmed, so much better. The new one is, oh my god. Anyway, so, let's see. Yep, that's it. Those are all the books that I'm going to do. Oh wait, sorry, no. I forgot. Tristan Strong Destroys the Universe by Kwame Mbolia. I read the first book on Audible and I loved it so much. The writing style is amazing, the narration style is amazing, and I love the voices that the narrator does. It's fantastic. And I'm also excited to catch up with Gum Baby. This one is following the events of Tristan Strong punches a hole in the sky, and let's see. I knew I was forgetting a book. Sorry, Tristan Strong destroys the world. Okay. Book details? Yeah. Alrighty. Tristan Strong, just back from a victorious but exhausting adventure in Oka, the land of African American folk heroes and African gods, is suffering from PTSD. But there's no rest for the weary. When his grandmother is abducted by a mysterious villain out for revenge, Tristan must return to Alki and reunite with his loud-mouthed sidekick Gum Baby in order to rescue Nana and stop the culprit from creating further devastation. Anansi, now a web developer in Tristan's phone, is close at hand to offer advice. Also, if you see this door mysteriously open and no one comes through, that's my puppy. Speak of the devil, it shall appear. You hear that? He now barks! He used to do yipping! I miss the yipping. Try to get in. Whoa! Don't see that. He's fine. He just got back from his walk. Say hello. Hello. Oh, hello. Okay. Cool. Yes, it's what? Anansi is now a web developer in Tristan's phone, and close at hand to offer advice, and several new folk heroes will aid Tristan in his quest. But he will only succeed if he can find out a way to sew broken souls back together. See, at least I that's what I mean. Stop spoiling the ending of the other book in another book. And this one doesn't. And also I knew. I just want to include one other book. It's called Every Last Fear, which is by Alex Finley. This is an advanced reading copy that I got from NetGalley. It's coming out on March 2nd, so I will be reading that this month in February, so I can put up a review. And the description of this book is... Actually, might as well read it first. And that way I have enough time to have the review up. Anyways. Alright, that's it for now. I shall see you guys next time. Bye.